For the 2024 West Application School Certificate exam, we have a total of 50,410 candidates who have registered, and I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the government of Liberia for undertaking the initiative to pay for these candidates. 50,410 candidates from 975 senior high schools in the Republic of Liberia and the Republic of Guinea. Of this number, of the 975 schools, 790 of those schools are from the private sector, and those 790 schools have a total of 34,993 candidates. So that number represents 69.42% of the total candidature that has come in for this SM. From the private sector, we have 185 schools. So that number, 185, represents 18.97% of the schools that will be doing the SM. And in terms of candidature, we have 15,417 candidates, which constitutes 30.58% coming from the public sector. The exam is going to be administered in Liberia from the 15th of May to the 4th of June 2024. And candidates in Liberia will be writing 9 subjects and a total of 24 papers. The first paper is going to start on the 15th of May, and that paper will be English 2. English 2 will be followed by English 1, and then the third English 3. And the last paper will be written on June 4th, and the last test we're going to take on June 4th is economics. I want to inform you that for those of us that are accustomed to the examination that we normally call WAEC in Liberia, the Liberia Senior High School Certificate exam, at the time we used to administer this exam, the candidates used to sit 2 subjects a day, but WAEC is a bit flexible. The candidates do a subject, at least a subject a day. I don't recall any of the 12 days that they will be doing the test, where they will be doing more than 1 subject. So they have some level of flexibility. They do 1 subject a day, and we have ample time to study for the subject for the next day. So this is the information I want to provide you. I also want to inform you that the Liberia Junior High School Certificate exam will also be administered during the latter part of this month. Junior high students will be doing the test from we'll do the test on the 27th and 29th May. And we also interest you to note that the government of Liberia also pays for students only in public schools. Unlike WAEC, where the government pays for all students. For the junior high school certificate exam, the government only pays for students in public schools. And the statistics for that exam is as follows. We have a total of 2,050 schools that have registered candidates for this exam. And of that 2,050 schools, we have 46,408 candidates that will be writing this exam. Of this number, 1,576 of the schools are from the private sector, and the total candidates from the private sector is 27,330, while only 474 schools are from the public sector. And the 474 schools registered a total of 19,078 candidates. So of the 46,408 candidates that have come in for this exam, the government has paid, or the government is paying for 19,078 candidates. And as I indicated, the junior high students will be doing the exam in 4 subjects, and they will take it on the 27th and 29th of May. I also want to, quickly before I can take a question, I also want to indicate that while you have given the statistics, the school there public versus private, I also want to indicate that bulk of the students are from Montserrado County. So if you look at the statistics, I think for instance for WAEC, we have 50,410 candidates. Of the 50,410 candidates throughout the Republic of Liberia and Guinea, you have 31,000 plus candidates doing this exam in Montserrado County. So bulk of the educational activities in our country seems to be taking place in Montserrado County. On that note, I want to say thank you. And if you have questions, I will take your questions quickly.
So are those the questions, please, for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My name is David Tyler. Work for the online radio and television network, Liberia Radio and Television Network. Sir, there's some confusion here that needs clarity. Throughout the past 6 years, we've heard that the Liberian government was paying the WAEC visa students. I guess many Liberians were taken aback to have heard the Bokai government said it has paid 3-point-something million against 6 million that the government, the Liberian government owes WAEC. This is the confusion. Wasn't the former government paying, or was it paid? If it did pay, what did it pay? And why is this government claiming that it's paying WAEC visa?
Okay, so my name is Afonso Kalama, and I do write for the People's Newspaper. We have followed over the time, the issue of WAEC payment. Explained by the past administration, and that cover all of the students that were sitting in WAEC. And then at this time, you're telling us that this administration is responsible, only to pay for government. So what is the reduction? What's the number? What's the amount of numbers? Students that are going to be sitting this WAEC. Do you think this have reduced the level of students normally that have been sitting in WAEC and writing it?
So let me start with the last answer. Since 2013, the government of Liberia has been paying fees for candidates. Since 2013 up to date, at the level of the junior high school certificate, the government has been paying only for students in public school. So we hear us talking about public school students, we're talking about for junior high. This is something that is part of the Educational Act. So this government inherited that and continuing with it. So we're paying for public school students. At the level of WAEC, the 12 grades the government pays for all since 2013. Since 2013, from 2013 to 2017, we did WAEC in Liberia, but we did it on a smaller scale. So we call it pilot guardian. And government paid. Government paid. And from 2018 to current, all students in Liberia, whether you are from public or you are from private, school, the government has been paying. So you see, I indicated that 410 candidates registered for the SM for 2024. And I want to say that's why I commended the government. I want to say that if it had not been because of the government's intervention, you won't have this number of candidates coming into this SM. So the government intervention, the government paying for the parents, has caused us to achieve or to realize this huge number of candidates doing the SM. In fact, this is the very first time we have up to 50,000 candidates writing the SM. In